Hey there, sports fans. Mike Crook coming at you with episode 20 for Laces Out. In this week's episode, we'll touch on the disappointing loss that the Denver Broncos suffered on the road to the Indianapolis Colts, as well as our top 3 picks for both the ACC and Big 12 conference, and maybe a little update on our fantasy football, as well as our college and pro pick'ems. So stay tuned. All right, first up, the disappointing and frustrating loss the Broncos suffered at the hands of the Indianapolis Colts last week. If you saw the reaction video as well as the update video that I posted on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, I touched on the incredibly large amount of frustration that I suffered in the moment, and then even still looking at reviews a day or so later after I had a chance to cool down. But yeah, in a nutshell, I still think it's BS because this call is not used very often, especially not as often as it should be. Like, 51 some odd times since it's been introduced since 2009. But either way, was there a leverage penalty? Yeah, probably. But also, on some of the replay angles, it kind of looked like the Indianapolis Colts guy was kind of took a dive, too, to maybe try and draw a penalty. But either way, having this call come out on a last-second field goal is complete bullshit. Like, what are we doing? It's happened so many times. It even happened on this game where the Broncos were trying to get a field goal that Lutz doinked off the one of the goalposts. No call there, but we decided to call it on a late last-second field goal. It is what it is. Check out the cards if you want to see either of those videos, but we press on. So moving on to the world of fantasy football, my team is currently 2-0, and it's going to be a tough matchup going against my boy Trey this weekend. And yeah, he's looking to right the ship because he's had a rough first 2 weeks. He's coming in 0-2, but he scored a lot of points. He just happens to be going up against opponents that scored just a little bit more each time. Like, I feel bad for the guy, but doesn't mean I'm not bringing the A game, but we'll see what happens when the dust settles come Monday night. Who's going to walk away with this one? Am I going to be 3-0, 2-1? Is he going to get his first win? Is he going to be 0-3? Time will tell. But coming into pick'ems, though, college ball, such a rough week. Oh my God, my college picks were horrible. I did a lot better with pro picks, with Pigskin Pick'em. But either way, if you've not had a chance to join the groups, definitely check out the links in the bio. I'll even throw something in the description of this one on YouTube. Join the groups. Free to join. Easy as hell. A lot of fun. And if we, like I keep saying, if we get enough people to join, cash money at the end of the season for the top entry. So might as well join, right? All right. And lastly, let's jump into our picks for the week. Now, we're just going to do rapid fire, rough shot. We're not going to go too in-depth into any of these picks. But last week, ACC record 2-1. Big 12 record 0-3. Botched all 3 of those picks. So also keeping an overall record. So obviously overall we're 2-4 in the season, 2-1 in ACC, 0-3 in Big 12. So let's hope for better results this week. So we'll start off with the ACC. First game in the ACC that we're picking is SMU at TCU. Now you got SMU at 2-1, traveling to Texas Christian 2-0. TCU is insane. And this is also, by the way, crossover pick between conferences. Fun times. But yeah, honestly, we're going to have to go with TCU in this one. Don't see that there's going to be any way that SMU can stop this one. So TCU gets the dub over SMU. Second pick, Florida, 1-2 Florida, traveling to number 4 Miami, undefeated 3-0 Miami. Oh, this one's not even going to be close. I don't see Florida standing a chance in this one. Miami all day. And I'll take a loss for Florida any day of the week too. So even if it is against another rival. Lastly in the ACC, 1-2 Kent State traveling to number 7 Florida State 2-0. Yes, Florida State's had a week off. Yes, their last competition was East Texas A&M that they ran roughshod over, as they should have. And fun fact, Kent State being from the great state of Ohio, Florida State, I believe, is 9-0 against all schools in the sport of football from the state of Ohio, including 3-0 against the big boy Ohio State. So look for that streak to go to 10-0 walking away with this one in Kent State. I don't see this one being close at all. It's going to be another really great tune-up game before Florida State enters conference play next week against Virginia. All right, so now let's move on to the Big 12. First game of the week, number 17 Texas Tech at number 16 Utah. Both of these teams coming in at 3-0, and this one is going to be a dogfight. Honestly, this one's a coin flip. Honestly, it could go either way, and it's going to be an electric game. It's going to be an entertaining game, so if you have a chance to watch it, I highly recommend it because something just tells me this could be the Big 12 game of the week. But I see Utah squeaking by this one, getting the dub over the visiting Red Raiders. Next up, another crossover game we're going to pick. We have the 2-1 North Carolina Tar Heels, Bill Belichick-led North Carolina Tar Heels, traveling to Central Florida, still undefeated. Now, UNC has fared really well against other teams in the state of Florida. However, I don't know, Central Florida just seems like they have something a little bit different in them. But still, give me Bill Belichick's team in this one. Look for the Tar Heels to walk away with a very close 10 points or less victory against the Black Knights of Central Florida. Lastly, Wyoming traveling to CU. The Buffs are not going to lie, limping right now after that game against Houston. I did not call that one at all. It was close in the first half, but I don't know what happened in the second half. Something just kind of missteps. The defense kind of faltered. The offense definitely fell out of missteps. And yeah, CU did not play well on the road against Houston in that second half. Look for them to rebound against Wyoming, though. I'm fairly confident that they're going to right the ship, walk out of this game with an even 500 record, and kind of own the Wyoming Cowboys, probably by 10 to 14 points ballpark. Fingers crossed that they come out with a win on this one, though, because they need it right now, because the rest of this schedule is not going to be easy at all. So they need all the momentum that they can going into the rest of the season. There you have it. Another episode of Laces Out is officially in the books. If you like the video, we greatly appreciate it. If you like it, subscribe, share, all the good things. It helps out the social media gods. Check out the links in the bio again if you want to join any of our pick'em groups. Again, cash money at the end of the season if we get enough people. You can't ask for anything better than that, right? So with that, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week.